How's everybody today? John with you, the Irishman, the Mad Irishman, and we're going to do an unboxing today. We're unboxing a kit I got in the post this morning. It's a 1/24th scale. Yeah, 1/24th scale. John doesn't normally do 1/24th scale. And it's this, it's the Volkswagen Samba bus. Yeah, from Revell in 1/24th scale. I'm not going to do it in red, I'm going to do it in blue. Yes, a nice colour blue. So, without any further ado, let's go down to the bench and have a look at what's in the box. Right lads, I've everything taken out of the little plastic bags, because you know yourself, you don't want to see me opening plastic bags and ruffling plastic and this, that and the other. So we'll start with the instruction sheet. It comes with an instruction sheet. Obviously it comes with an instruction sheet. It comes with a decal sheet, 10 sprues of plastic and 4 separate rubber wheels. So we'll start with the instruction sheet. You know me and instructions, certain things I look for. I look to see, are the instructions clear and precise? Is there too much information in each build section? And are the drawings good? So we'll see about that. We'll see what they are. So we've got the usual what the symbols mean, colours, a sprue map, and then the important bit, the steps, step by step. So far, what appears to be not too much instructions on each section, which is good. There's nothing worse than sort of all that whole page full of stuff piled into the one drawing, like in dragon instructions and things like that. So we start off with the wheels. We've got haven't the faintest idea. It looks like parts of the engine or whatever, some internal bits and pieces. Yeah, it's the engine, that's what it was. Then we turn it over and we've got putting on the suspension and all that kind of fiddly bits and pieces. We're on into the seats on the inside, more seat and things, the bars in and outside of the windows, the steering wheel and the dash, putting the steering wheel and the dash into the front section of it. Yeah, not too much, not too busy. Each step isn't overly done. We're putting in our clear parts, putting on our bumpers or whatever you want to call them, our number plates, windscreen wipers, mirrors. So that's actually quite simple. Well, it's not simple, but it's not too difficult. There's 49 steps in total. The back then it gives us our USA version or the Euro version. I'll be doing the Euro version, and I'll be doing it with GB. It doesn't have IRL markings, which for Ireland, so the nearest to me is GB. I'll be doing this for my Rachel, who is English, so therefore she can have the GB on hers, and I'll be doing it, like I said, in blue and white, not the red and white which it shows, and everything else will be done as the kit. So once I have this nice little white black background there, I'm going to zoom that camera down and we'll have a look at the tyres. Because look at these, there's absolutely no cleaning whatsoever on those wheels. They came as 4 individual wheels, and the threads and all that are there, and they're very, very nice indeed, very, very nicely moulded. So we've got 4 individual tyres. I did call them wheels, but they're only the tyre parts. So we'll start on the outside and we'll work our way in. So we'll start with the two doors. No, white on white doesn't look good. So we've got the two doors, left and right. Appears to be nicely moulded. I don't see any flash. In looking through, I gave it a look through there a few minutes ago, just as I opened the boxes. I haven't seen any flash or anything like that on it. There's the inside. Some nice detail there. Just give that a second or two to work its zooming magic. And some nice little engraved detail there, and markings, indicator mark for the window winder downer. So that's the doors. We've got this one here then, which has the back door, the engine cover, and the roof panel. Now the roof panel is it's the cloth roof, so you can have the cloth roof back or open, or so open or closed, should I say. I think I'll be doing it with the open, so you can see in, make it nice. And we've got the back window. Let's have a look at the details on that. No ejector. Oh, we have slight ejector pin markings here, but we can clean them off. They're nothing major. And the inside of the engine cover. We've got the roof section. There seems to be a bit of a warp here and that, but hopefully now when that goes down, that will solve that problem there. Just a slight bit of warping there and that. Tiny little bit of flash here, but when all that's held down and glued into place, that should solve that problem. Hopefully we'll solve that problem. Slight, very, very slight. Nicely engraved on the inside of the doors. That paneling and things seems very, very nice indeed. Yeah, there we go. We've got the very, very front of the bus, where we've got the indentations there for the VW. Our lights, the two doors at the side, and our roof panel, as I said. So far so good. No major ejector pin marks, no flash, just tiny little bits, which would be sort of a little bit of scraping with the hobby knife. Will get rid of all that. There's our petrol filler cap, and more nice engraving and things on that. Being white, it's very, very hard to see on camera. I do apologise. Well, I don't apologise, it's not my fault. I didn't pick the colour of the plastic. But it seems very nice. Nicely moulded on the inside. We're not getting any major ejector pin marks or anything like that. Anywhere where they seem to be will be filled over anyway. So that's our external parts, which are in white. Now let's move to the inside of it. On the inside, our parts are grey. So it seems to be floor panels. I've been trying to figure these out. They seem to be floor panels or seats. And if you kind of give that a little tilt, give that a second now for the camera to figure itself out, because it doesn't really like the grey. We've got some nice indentations and things, bum marks on our seats. Nice little engraved panels and things, and like I said, ejector pin marks are only on the bottom and places that we won't see. There's our main floor panel. very nice indeed. And some more seats and seat backs and things like that. We've got the main underside itself, the chassis, and so a few more seats because it's a minibus. We've got loads of seats in the minibus, and we've got the main floor panel, whatever that is called. I do not know, not being a mechanic, so therefore I don't know what it is called. But it's nice. It's nicely molded. There's some nice little detail in that. So that's the externals. Next we've got a dark grey sprue with our bumpers, our fenders, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know what people call them. Different places, different things. We've got the main build-up of our 4 wheels, our steering wheel. These all seem to be there for the seats. They're the underside of the seats and things. The suspension, a few more nicely fiddly parts and some very, very fine parts. So I have to be careful in taking them off the sprues. Everything seems nicely molded, I must say. We've got a couple of ejector pin marks here on them, so hopefully that's the back and it'll be fitted onto something where we won't see. So no problems so far. We've got some more really fine wires and things like that. I hate taking these off because I always have a tendency to snap them. Tension on them seems to be very, very hard. But usually what I do is I sort of chop off that piece and then take it off then bit by bit, very, very slowly with a knife rather than a sprue cutters. We've got more of the suspension and steering linkage. It appears to be parts of the engine. This piece here, to the best of my knowledge, looking at the instructions, that's the instrument panel, the engine, and another deck or of some kind, probably the engine deck, things like that. So far so good. I'm quite happy with all those pieces. So we have only 2 sprues left. We have our chrome parts, which has got our VW sign, our 4 chromey up hubcaps, or windscreen wipers, have our handles and things. What appears to be the inside of the mirrors, I think, and handles. Yeah, so that's our chrome parts. And last but by no means least, we've got in our parts, that is, we've got our clear parts. I haven't taken these out of the bag, and I'm not going to take them out of the bag as long as they're clear. I don't want paw marks, I don't want any scraping done to them, so these are the bits you have to be kind of super careful with. Our clear parts, and they seem nicely molded, and I can't crib about that. So that's our look at our sprues. We've had a look at the instructions. So all we've got left to look at is the decal sheet. We've got our various number plates for different countries. We've got the country markings, you know, NL for the Netherlands, France, GB for Great Britain, USA, D for Germany, Deutschland. And that's it, that's the options that it gives you. You can't get an IRL one for Ireland, but they're not going to bother even looking. You probably could, but I'm not going to bother. We'll be going with the GB on that. So that's the kit, lads. Like I said, it's a nice addition to the to my stash, my stash. Some cheek, haven't I? I have a stash of 2. I have this, and I have another lovely little kit there that Matt Hill sent me on. So little pens or 2. So that's my stash, and I'm currently building the LAV 25 Piranha. So I'll leave it at that, lads. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Don't forget, go out and buy yourself a kit, build it and enjoy it. This is John signing off, and I'll catch you in the next one, lads. Stay safe.